Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Pete Simonetti here for NYY News TV. The Yankees yesterday escaped with a sneaky little good ball playing win yesterday. Some timely hitting. It didn't look like it early on, of course, but they were able to get enough good base running by IKF. Great pitching by Domingo Germán. As you guys already know, Yankees bullpen has been one of the best in baseball. It's been very worked, but they have been one of the best in baseball, and they locked it down yesterday. Very, very big to get Tommy Kahnle back, and the Yankees are back to being 10 games over 500. They're right there, you know, still in the race, so to say. If you want to believe that, you can. It's still early. We're weeks away from the All-Star break, and the Yankees just got to get a couple of things rolling. Of course, with Aaron Judge being out, guys, the offense is the center of attention. Gleyber Torres, to his credit, he has been good. We know how streaky he gets. Maybe now he's kind of coming back to getting hot again, and we'll see that average bump back up to the 260s, 270s as he gets hot. DJ LeMahieu has been non-existent in reality. You know, whether people are happy about Josh Donaldson hitting a home run every now and then, cool, cute, but we need a little more than just a home run every now and then. You need to get a couple of hits and get that average up there quite a bit. I think he's hitting, I don't have it in front of me right now, maybe in the 140s, 150s. I think he got 6 hits, 5 of those being home runs. So he's hitting the long ball. I give him credit on that, and he's a fantastic defender at third base still. There's a lot of holes, and I'm really going to pinpoint this video on 2 people. While Aaron Judge is out, that the Yankees they need them to be the guys. That is, of course, Giancarlo Stanton and Anthony Rizzo. So looking at Big G, I know yesterday he got hit by a pitch. Everything seems fine. It doesn't look like there's any damage done to him. He's okay. But the New York Yankees need Giancarlo Stanton to be that guy. They haven't seen it in a long time, in a little while now. And I'm not taking anything away from G, because one thing about Giancarlo Stanton, folks, is he has stepped up in the postseason. And as a Yankee fan, we all know how important that is to us, that you step up in the postseason, and Stanton has done that. StatCast right now, you don't really read much into Giancarlo Stanton, but if you go back to last year, I mean, he's going to be on the same trajectory, right? Is that Stanton hits the ball like a cannon. Does it lead to great things all the time? No, not at all. It doesn't always lead to great things. If you look at Giancarlo Stanton numbers, to be fair, I mean, this year, of course, the only 72 ABs, 5 homers, 236 batting average, 786 OPS. The Yankees need Stanton to return more back to that 2021 form when he had an 870 OPS. Stanton must be an 850 plus OPS guy. It's that simple. If he's not, that is a problem. That's a problem if he's not. He needs to be able to be that guy. And let's also be honest here. He's playing this year at his age 33 season. Finished the year at his age 33 season. 34 is coming up. 35 is coming up. The Yankees desperately need some of the best of whatever is left from Giancarlo Stanton. We know the leg injuries have mounted up. We know it looks like he could barely walk half the time, yet play the outfield, of course. The Yankees, to their credit, folks, are really doing everything they could do in their power to keep this guy in the field, besides leaving him in bubble wrap while he bats. He DHs. And that's where they got him. And he has to produce. It's that simple. Giancarlo Stanton in his 70-something at-bats this year. He's going to have a lot more coming up. Judge is probably going to be out at best another 2 weeks, 2 weeks and a half. Whatever it is, whether it's 3 more weeks, whether it's a month. Fact of the matter is, Giancarlo Stanton has to step up for this club. He must. Somebody between these guys, Stanton, Rizzo, who I'm going to get to here momentarily, DJ LeMahieu, Josh Donaldson, Gleyber Torres is doing what he has to do. They got to step up while he's gone. They can't keep doing this disappearing act when Aaron Judge leaves. And I know Anthony Rizzo had the situation with the injury in the neck, and he was out for a little while. He comes back and he hasn't really been the same. He's having a good year. Don't get me wrong. 11 homers, 32 RBIs. 231 ABs, 273 average. It was 308 a couple of weeks ago. 795 OPS, 345 on base percentage. Those are all cute. Here's the problem. In his last 15 games, every time it seems like Aaron Judge is not in the lineup or goes on the IL, unfortunately, it's been twice this season, Anthony Rizzo just disappears. He just disappears. 197 average over his last 15 games at 61 at-bats, 1 home run, 7 RBIs, a 222 on base percentage, and a 262 slugging percentage. These are all obvious issues, folks. He has to step up. Anthony Rizzo is a leader on this team. Anthony Rizzo himself would tell you he must step up. No question about it. So with Judge gone, these are the guys you have to look at. I hear the conversations about guys like Anthony Volpe. I hear those conversations. I get it. Anthony Volpe has not been good. Let's just cut the bullshit and tell it like it is. He hasn't been good. Over his last 20 plus games, Anthony Volpe, excuse me, I might have been saying Rizzo. I don't know why I always do that. Anthony Volpe over his last 20 plus games, folks, hitting like 120 with a 200 on base percentage. Here you go. I'll pull this up. You want to look at something? Let's look at this real quick. Over Anthony Volpe's last 30 games, hitting 165. 202 on base percentage, 379 slugging. And it gets worse if you look at the last 15 games. But here's the thing for Anthony Volpe, folks. He was never, and I'm not taking an excuse away from the kid. He has to be better, no doubt about it. But he's not one of the veteran guys that this team came into the season saying, you better produce this year, buddy. We need you this year. No. Anthony Volpe started the year as a number 9 hitter, beat a shortstop, and as Aaron Boone told him, we want you to develop up here. Now, by all means, folks, I am not taking away anything because the stats show you Volpe hasn't been good. Home runs, cute. Awesome. Folks, I'm sorry to tell you today, over 30 games, a 165 batting average and a 200 on base percentage. That's 103 at-bats. That is not cute. No matter how you want to shape-shift it. It's not cute at all. But I got some other guys I got to target here, to be quite fair with you. And I think the Yankees are going to have to make some decisions to better this ball club. One of those decisions is they got to figure out what the hell they're going to do at catcher. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of fans out there that love Trevino. He won a platinum glove last year. He looked so much better. This year, I don't know what the hell's going on with Trevino. I don't see a great defensive catcher when I watch him every day. I'll be honest with you. I haven't pulled up the stats to compare him to other catchers defensively when it comes to the analytics, but per the eye test, I don't see some phenomenal defensive catcher, to be quite real with you. I think he's good. Okay, great. But the bat is really non-existent. And I am a true believer in the fact of the matter is that you do not need everybody in a lineup to be offensive. The problem is, when you got so many guys who are not, everybody gets looked at, including Anthony Volpe, who's 22 years old, getting his first taste of the major leagues, including Trevino, who just had a great year last year. This year, in 113 at-bats, hitting 212, 258 on base percentage, a 310 slugging, and a 568 OPS. And before anybody goes, well, Pete, he was never meant to be an offensive guy. No doubt about it. But based off his numbers last year, you like to see progression. And we really haven't seen that progression. So if you pull him up compared to last year he had 248. This is 335 at-bats. He's about 200 at-bats away from that. So a lot can change. I understand that. A 212 batting average this year. 283 on base percentage last year. 258 this year. 388 slugging percentage last year, 310 this year. 671 OPS last year, 568 this year. And a really strong indicator of how bad he is struggling this year. A 90 OPS plus last year, which was second to the highest he's ever had in his career, and by far the most in his most ABs, his best in his most at-bats. This year's OPS plus, folks, is 58, which is a career low across the board besides his rookie year of 8 at-bats. 58 OPS plus, Jose Trevino. Now, you might be saying, well, Pete, what the hell's your solution? You see it again here. I mean, a lot of this stuff isn't good. His framing is apparently phenomenal. His framing is great. So here's my suggestion to the New York Yankees. I get that it's all cute to have your pitchers feel comfortable with somebody. That's something that, of course, you want, right? You want your pitchers to go, hey, when I pitch to this guy, I like it. I enjoy it. Here's what I need the Yankees to do. Unfortunately, they're going to have to make a tough decision that I think could still better their club. Folks, Ben Roark needs to be up here. And I'm not sitting here saying Ben Roark's going to come up and he's going to be this all-star offensive catcher. But there's a couple of reasons why Ben Roark needs to be up here. One, he's cheaper than Kyle Higa, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit coming up here momentarily. But two, he was traded in the deal that sent Gary Sanchez, Gio Urshela to Minnesota for the Yankees to get JD, IKF, and Ben Roark was a big part of that deal. Rocco Baldelli was not happy about that trade because he thought Ben Roark was their future at catcher. The Yankees also told us the catcher we got back we believe is going to be, could be the future of our catcher. He could become a starting catcher. Ben Roark is finally healthy. Ben Roark is hitting .328 in 64 at-bats. He was also 2 for 7 in the short time at the major leagues with a double off the wall, and the Yankees barely played him after that. A .434 on-base percentage and an almost 1,000 OPS at .997. Now, you're probably sitting there going, well, Pete, what they're probably trying to do is just in case somebody gets hurt, they got to call somebody. I'm tired of hearing this shit about the Yankees worrying about people being hurt. They got the most injuries out of anybody in the planet. At this point, you got to try to go with what is best. You can't sit back there and go, well, maybe if Higa got hurt or Trevino goes down again, you got to seriously consider a very real platoon situation with the New York Yankees when it comes to Trevino, and I believe it should be Trevino and Roark for the remainder of the season. I believe with the way Higa has played as of late, he's starting to hit the ball a little better. It is a very smart time for the New York Yankees to consider moving Kyle Higa in a deal, and I'll talk about what that deal could look like. But on the season, a .229 batting average, 3 home runs, .282 on base percentage, .385 slugging, a .667 OPS. Now, at least his OPS plus is 84, which is not horrible. Still below average, but not terrible. But again, you look at this overall thing, the Yankees are not getting much from their catchers. And it's not, a lot of times, to be fair, especially when it's Trevino in there, hasn't really been even competitive ABs. The Yankees need to seriously get away from that. No question about it. So if you look around and you go, well, how do they make this work? One, I know teams don't like to change catching middle of the year. Trevino's still there. You wouldn't be getting rid of Trevino. And I know there's a lot of guys on this team on the pitching staff that likes Higa. I get it. The Yankees need to decide when is it best. Are we going to let this guy just walk as Higa is going to be a free agent and then we can just bring Roark up or Wells? However we do that in the offseason. But as of right now, Yankees also got to worry about the lineup mix. Lefties in there. A righty-lefty platoon for catching is a phenomenal idea. And let's also remember, we're not sitting here saying we're going to replace Higa with a guy that can only hit a little bit and he can't catch. He's the full package. Ben Roark is also 25 years old. He's known as the full package. Great defensively. Got a better arm than both Higa and Trevino. And he could hit. He could hit the baseball. And he's a lefty. The Yankees need more of that lefty-righty mix of switch hitters in there every now and then. They got some of those guys coming up, of course. Dominguez, Wells, we already talked about. They got possibilities to make this roster and lineup better right below them in their system. And Ben Roark, to me, is just one of them that needs to happen. Is it a game changer? No. I don't know if it's a game changer, but it's a different look, and it's a guy that has more potential to be offensive than the two you currently have. And he's not a downgrade in defense. So, again, when you look at what the Yankees could do, what is the type of move that you can go out there and say, well, if we deal Higa, what can we get back? I'm targeting a team like the Miami Marlins. And let me tell you why. Nick Fortes, who is their 26-year-old catcher, who has not been good. Their backup catcher is Jacob Stallings, who is not a hitter, but he's very good defensively, and he's not great. Currently, right now, the Marlins are in a wild card spot. They are currently in the playoffs as of right now. So they might be a team that's saying, well, maybe we can add a little something to make us better and maybe move something also. And so addition by subtraction, so to say, in a way for both of these clubs. I propose that the Yankees look for a good relief pitcher in a deal for Higa. Looking at the Marlins, there's a kid in AAA that I don't know if they will give him up for Higa, but his name is Anthony Maldonado, pitching to a 1.65 ERA, 5 saves, 27 innings, 48 strikeouts. He's a young kid. He's only 25, so I don't know if that will be a deal they will look to do, but a lot of times a veteran catcher for a pen arm is something that does happen, or a AAA arm who hasn't really, got into that level yet. Of course, Maldonado has yet to pitch in the major leagues. He was drafted in 2019. He's had good numbers almost every single season. This is his second year now in a row in AAA, and he's been very, very good. Back in 2022 last year, 41 innings in AA, pitched to almost a 4 ERA. But a lot of good things has happened here. The walks are down a bit. His strikeouts are up a shit ton. Maldonado's one of those. Another guy is who Derek likes of NYY Recaps, Dylan Floro. Struggled a bit as of late. As you see, his last 15 games, he's been absolutely hammered. But he's a guy that overall has been pretty good. Over like last year, a 3.02 ERA. The year before that, a 2.81. He's also a sinker baller. Yankees like these guys. Another good possibility. And the last one I have on my list is Steven Okert, who's a lefty who's having a really good year this year. 2.18 ERA, 20 innings, 31 Ks. You look at both of those clubs and you go, the Yankees could use pitching. The Marlins could use a catcher who could maybe be a little more consistent for them and add to what they're already building this year in that club. They're probably not going to catch a team like the Braves. We know that. But they could get in. They could be a wild card team. So maybe dealing something with a little less value to bring yourself a little more value in a deal like that makes sense. And why does it make sense for the Yankees? The Yankees need pen arms. They need them. I get it. Hamilton's going to be back hopefully soon. They have a chance to move some starters to become relief pitchers down the line. I get all that. But the Yankees need somebody they can get soon and get them in there and really, hopefully find somebody that can maybe pitch more those big moments, maybe be a guy who could come in against a big lefty for like a Steven Okert. Or, like I said, an Anthony Maldonado, who is in the minor leagues and is chomping at the bit to get up. Dominating AAA, maybe you got an arm there and go have at it. Let's get a fresh arm in there. But the Yankees got to take that risk when it comes to a guy like Higa. The Yankees are in a mode where when they struggle, they become very relaxed and they become very complacent, where it's like they say, we're okay. We don't have to do much else. We'll wait until guys come back. When I think the Yankees got to become a little more proactive. And they got to become a little more ballsy, I should say. Because losing Higgy, in my opinion, doesn't do dick for the Yankees. And I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I feel like Ben Roark has shown enough to earn his spot to work on a platoon-style situation with Trevino. That, to me, is the best tandem the Yankees can have together right now. And they don't bite the bullet because, for whatever the hell reason, they're nervous or scared to do these things. When the Yankees are having the situation they have with injury after injury after injury, you got to be able to get these guys here. And by all means, if you're concerned about, oh my God, somebody might get hurt, folks, you got Carlos Narvaez, Rodolfo Duran, you got Austin Wells, all in AA to AAA. They got guys that can pop in there and help just in case if somebody did go down. It's not like they're going out there blindfolded with nobody around them. But the Yankees got to start taking risks. Their veterans need to step up with Aaron Judge out. When Judge gets back, they got to put their shit together and, push towards that deadline. Hopefully have a good one. And again, maybe you got to make some really ballsy moves this year that could either work or not work. But currently, right now, the Yankees should be very thankful they're 10 games over 500. Their offense has not been great. They are lucky they got the pitching they have, but they still need reinforcements on that. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about the proposals that I put out there for us? And of course, guys, as always, like, share, and subscribe to NYY News TV for the best in Yankees news, rumors, and entertainment. You guys already know, folks, we are just a
cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
We will see you for Designated Spitters live at 5 p.m. today, live at 5. And then, of course, Game Season live at 7 p.m. today. Be there. Do not miss it. Until next time, guys, I will see you later. Get your tickets for September 23rd. Peace out, guys.
As the competition, but if you go against me, you the opposition. But if you want to look like you could close the distance, I'ma give it A forever since you're so persistent. With you, I'm just practicing, cause I'm back to back. Let's get back to winning. As a matter of fact, I'm not that forgiving, cause you did this to yourself, that's a bad decision.